What's up, guys? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron, and if it's your first time seeing one of my videos, I'd like to welcome you to my channel where I do music reviews and we just chill and talk about all the things that we love or hate. And if you have anything you want me to check out, leave a comment below letting me know what it is. And if you want to help support me and my channel and you're interested in metal reviews that goes a little bit deeper than Metallica and Megadeth and Iron Maiden and stuff like that, it goes into different genres, metalcore, deathcore, even like technical death metal and brutal death metal, things like that, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon. That way you don't miss out on anything, especially if you leave a request, because I am bringing back Request Wednesdays starting next week. That is going to be a thing again. And if you leave a request, sometimes people miss out on it because they're not subscribed, or even if they are, YouTube just doesn't notify them, which is pretty neat as well. And today we're going to be checking out the new single Zombified by the band Falling in Reverse. For those of you living under a rock and you have no idea who this band is, they are a post-hardcore metalcore band from Las Vegas. They started around 2008 and they currently only have 4 studio albums, and I believe Zombified is just a standalone single. Zombified was written by Ronnie Radke about him being one of the most hated people on the planet, which I wouldn't really go that far. I mean, he is pretty hated, but I'd be willing to bet there's a lot of people who have no idea who he even is. He was kicked out of his old band, escaped the fate, and he went to prison, and he was involved in battery and domestic abuse and all kinds of things. He's just an all-around douchey guy. But he's saying in this song that all that stuff happened in the past. Some of it was over 10 years ago, and people are still bringing it up. And he's saying like, hey guys, I've changed, even though he's done horrible things. Like he made 9/11 jokes. He threw a mic stand into a crowd of people. He did stupid stuff, but it was quite a long time ago. He's changed a lot since then. Zombified starts out with a basic metalcore riff. The vocals are kind of fun and have this exaggerated enunciation thing to them. The synth in the background of the verse helps a lot, adds a little bit more depth to it, but I wouldn't say it really makes it great. The pre-chorus is when the lyrics come in about people judging him, and to this day still trying to cancel him over stuff that happened 10 years plus ago. The chorus is pretty big with a great melody, and it has a solid hook, and lyrically it's like he's claiming that people have been lied to and making them think that he still acts this way that he did 10 years ago, and he's still the same person. And he even like refers to them as being zombified or even hypnotized. It is very, very unfortunate that this has happened to him, but it's kind of how the world works nowadays, especially with social media. Everybody's just so quick to bring up the past, something that happened 10, 20 years ago, and throw you under the bus, and you should be canceled for it because we never knew about it back then, and you shouldn't be where you're at now because of it. It's horrible, especially since he's pretty active on Twitter, and Twitter is just a dumpster fire for cancellation right now. And the second verse hits the nail on the head with this, basically saying if you piss somebody off, it's over, you're canceled, your career's done. Welcome to America. The breakdown comes after the second chorus, and it's got tons and tons of energy to it. It's pretty dynamic with lots of dissonance coming from the guitar. It's a lot better than what I was expecting, to be completely honest, given the rest of the song. I would definitely say the breakdown is probably the best part of this song, even though it's not like super amazing or anything, but it does catch you off guard. There's nothing really exciting about this song musically. It's all very generic. It's all just kind of falling in reverse. It doesn't sound bad whatsoever, though, especially the mix. The mix is very clear. It sounds really good. You can hear all the instruments. The breakdown has lots of dissonance that really breaks through. You can hear it very well. I do really enjoy this message, though. Cancel culture is one of the worst things to ever happen to the human race. If it was as prominent like 20 years ago as it is now, we wouldn't have some of the great actors and musicians that we have now. I mean, someone like Robert Downey Jr., who has a very rough past, is now one of the most adored celebrities that there is. He's Iron Man. People love him. He's a super great guy. But if some of the stuff that happened in his past happened today, he'd probably never work again, and he'd probably be homeless. So yeah, cancel culture is horrible, especially things that happened so long ago. I agree with Ronnie. I don't know like how much he's changed. I know a lot of the bad stuff he's done. And I mean, you don't have to like him, but everybody deserves a second chance, especially since he's been not doing the same stuff he's been doing. He's been pretty quiet and all that. So yeah, I agree with it. But like I said, musically, this thing isn't really doing a whole lot for me up until the breakdown. I wouldn't say it's boring, but nothing really exciting happens. So with all that said, I gotta give Zombified by Falling in Reverse a 2.2 out of 5. But I want to know what you guys think, especially since I'm not really a huge like Falling in Reverse fan. I haven't been into them since probably like 2013 or 14, give or take a year or two there. So leave a comment below letting me know what you thought of Zombified and let me know what you would rate it. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to give it a like. Leave a comment below letting me know what I should review next. Again, if you want to help support me and my channel, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon, especially if you leave a request so you don't miss out on that. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night whenever you happen to be watching this, and I will talk to you guys next time.
I was trying